It is the end of the world as we know it. It's hot, it's spicy, reciprocal love connections. Ah. Hello, ladies and gents. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Lucy Davis, and it is my absolute pleasure to be back with you after a couple of weeks of being AWOL. I have been traveling, I have been wandering, I have been doing all sorts of different energy work, and I am so excited to be back with you today. Now, I have had a couple of health challenges in the last week, and I've had to have a whole heap of blood tests run and things like that. So I'm actually pre-recording all of my content at the moment just to make sure that there isn't those extra additional pressures of the sharing of energy when I am live. Obviously, I know you guys get connected and I love doing live videos with you guys, but I just need to put myself first for a little bit because, as you guys know, 2 weeks today, I will be in Melbourne, Australia. Actually, I will be over there. So I am super, super excited to get back to that side of the world. Although it's going to be cold. I don't know how I'm going to cope with the cold because it is gloriously hot where I am. Anyway, enough about that, ladies and gents. How are you? I hope you are all extremely well. And I hope the sun is shining wherever you are today. Now, today's video for Lucy Davis Live at 5 o'clock is actually going to be the full moon video in readiness for the 21st, 22nd of June, when we have a very, very powerful full moon coming into us. Now, I am, we've got solstice during that period. We've then obviously got the full moon. So it's a very, very powerful energetic period. So as always, at the end of this video, I am going to give you an exercise whereby you can, if you choose to do it, you can do that and neutralize some of the energies that are going to be coming in. Now, I did an Instagram live video this morning and everyone was like, Lucy, what have you done to your hair? Ladies and gents, this is seawater. This is sunshine. Like, what have you done to your hair? It looks really nice. It's literally just me being a mermaid for the weekend. So yeah, thank you in advance if anybody comments on my hair and how much it's growing and all the rest of it. It really, really is. But as you can see, it is totally like mermaid material right now. Anyway, what else was I going to say? Yes, so for those of you who are based in Australia, or if you know people who are based in Australia that you really feel could benefit from coming to the incredible soul school that I'm going to be running there on the Gold Coast on the 7th of July, please, please, please do share this video or share the link below this video with them so that they can get their tickets. It is going to be a game-changing event. I am so excited about it. Reason being, I've got a lot of history with Australia. I have a very, very deep connection with that place. I love being there. Some of my best friends are there. Some of the most beautiful, heartfelt connections I've experienced this lifetime are there. So I'm really excited to bring my work, my passion to that part of the world. And of course, I've been doing energy work over there for a very long time. And of course, I've been doing other stuff over there, Self-Love Club and whatever, over the years. However, what's really important is this is a game changer for the energetics and the activation of the souls who are really helping us get these moments shifted for the greater good of all of us in humanity. Anyway, ladies and gents, like I say, I will be back with you super soon. It may well even be next Monday, but I might be flying on Monday. If I am, I won't be back live, but I will pre-record something for you. But I will be back super soon. It definitely won't be the following Monday because I'm going to be in Australia, like I say. So what we will do is we will agree a new time that works for that part of the world and also Europe and America, so that we can all jump on at the same time and we can all have an evening probably in Australia so that it's lunchtime in the UK and morning in America, so that we can all hang out and actually do the lives like we used to do when I used to do Sunday service. So maybe I'll bring back Sunday service, but I'll do it on a Sunday evening where I am. Watch this space, ladies ladies and gents. I am super excited and I do miss you guys. So please know that I'm not doing this because I don't want to be around you guys. I'm doing this because I just need to preserve myself right now. Anyway, I'm going to get my channeled notes for the full moon now, because this is a biggie, ladies and gents. And I don't know if you felt this, but the energies have been wild this month. So please do go back and check out the June energy update, excuse me, just to remind you what we have experienced so far this month and what we have got left to come. Now, as I'm filming this full moon energy update, the energies are very much about reflection. I have had one of the most beautiful, connecting, reflective weekends. I have taken time to be still, to feel, to process, to connect. And it has just been the most wonderful, wonderful experience that I've chosen to live through. Tough, yes, very tough. It's very tough looking at yourself deeply and asking yourself why you've done certain things and why you've been in certain places and why you've chosen this path for your life. I mean, it's very difficult to do that, but in a very, very powerful and supportive of these energies, it is reflective. Trust what you are being shown right now. We have the most important moon of the year incoming, my friends. We are already in the energies. I'm filming this on Monday, the 17th of June. We are one of my best friend's birthdays. So happy birthday, babe. I'm not going to say your name because you'll tell me off, but happy birthday. We are, we're literally in the energies of this most powerful moon. And it is a time whereby, it's hot, it's spicy. We've got all of this noise coming at us and around us. We're seeing people for who they really are. Their motives are being shown in such a big way, and the illusion is being shattered. It's like, wow, thank you for showing me who you are. Now, as I mentioned at the beginning, we are about to embark on the energies of the solstice. And on top of that, the full moon for an extra little bit of pizzazz this month. We are purging all of the old crap. It is time to let go of everything that has not served us once and for all. And I don't know about you guys, but I'm so excited about this. I don't like lies. I don't like deceit and things like that. Now, I'm lucky. I don't really get exposed to it often in my life, but I'm seeing it on a global, and I'm seeing it in a couple of people. And I'm really, really grateful that I'm like, wow, all of this is going once and for all. Now, how does it go once and for all? You start living your truth. You start being 100% aligned. You stop deceiving or being devious towards people. And this is why it's very rare that it shows up in my life. And I feel very grateful for that. Everything needs to be collapsed, and it is happening now. Now, of course, with that, what that basically means is that Gaia is purging too. Like, I don't know about you guys if you've seen it, but the weather in Spain has been plagued. Mallorca has been closed down. We've seen Costa Brava. We've seen Valencia. Where else is there? I can't remember. A couple of places. I'm going to share all of them in the conscious conversations. But it's been, the floods that have been taking place in these areas are absolutely excessive. We've seen Greece on weather warnings. We've seen like really, really bad flooding, and then all of a sudden, scorching hot temperatures. We've seen Australia. There is a freeze warning that has come out about Australia, saying that that Australia is going to freeze over, and many other places around the world. Now, this is a sign of Gaia purging. This is a sign of the manipulation, the deceit, the deviousness, the misalignments and the mistruths that have been taking place about our weather, that have been taking about the planet, about climate change, all of these things, okay? We've also seen, it's just popped into my head, we've also seen the snow in the desert during the summer. You know, Gaia is doing her best to fight back from all of the nonsense. And this nonsense has come to the surface in mainstream media now. They have admitted to manipulating the weather. And when people say, oh, they are only manipulating the weather in Dubai or Abu Dhabi or wherever, no, there's only one weather system. So if they're manipulating it there, they're manipulating it everywhere. So, ladies and gents, the 3D circus is about to get much, much louder. Watch out for things or people that are holding you in that space. Now, I'm talking people that do videos on it. I'm talking about people that, you know, have communities. Oh, we need to go and fight. We need to go and do this and do that. Like, these people are holding you back. You need to recognize that now. You are shackled to the fear that is aligned with that. Remember, ego, promise of status, things, and being attached and consumed by materials are telltale signs of being stuck in the trap. If you are somebody that wants to collect a load of things, whether it be cars or whatever, recognize that this is you being stuck in a trap. You are looking for status. You are looking for your ego to be rubbed. And actually, there's been a couple of conversations that I've had with a couple of people in the last week. And in fact, they've had conversations with me. I haven't had conversations with them. I think it's better. They've just verbal diarrheaed over me. And they're, oh, yeah, well, I've got these people fighting over me and I've got this, you know, they desperately need me there. And it's like, you could easily say no. You're allowing your ego to be manipulated here because it's serving you. You're looking for validation. You're having an emotional trauma response. You don't feel good enough. Oh, it's wild what's going on right now. I'm going to talk a little bit about some unconscious conversations tonight. If someone does something for what they can get, rather than it being because it's authentic, i.e. being a user, this will create serious disruption in their lives and it will result in loops continuing. They will get all sorts of different things going on with them right now. You know, and why is this? Because they are choosing to stay in an unhealthy loop because they are not willing to look at themselves and say, why do I want people to fight over me? Why am I trying to make these things unhappy? Why can I not just live in peace and harmony? What is it that I'm addicted to? Now, you might be sat there going, why am I sticking in this relationship? Why am I giving this my energy? And you might love that person and you might truly believe that you love that person. And I'm not going to question that, ladies and gents. But if you are staying in something which you goddamn know is unhealthy, it's only you that can do something about that. What are you getting from it? Do you feel powerful? Do you feel like you've got a point to prove? Like for me, there are situations that I've been in and I'm like, no, I need to prove that I'm not the person that you're making me out to be. It's ego. Ego. Who freaking cares what people think about you, in all honesty, ladies and gents? Because let me be real, those people, the only reason they put you down, the only reason they hold you back is because they see you as a threat. Rise up and take your power back. And when you take your power back, you will shine like the bright being that you are. And yes, you'll get the lessons. Yes, you'll get the learning. Yes, you'll get the reminders. And yes, people can change. I absolutely agree with that. But they need to be willing to do the work. And that is what this full moon is bringing to the surface. If people are not willing to do the work, they're going to be held back. People haven't been willing. Like if you're not willing to see yourself, if you're in a state of delusion, trust me, you're going to feel this. Now, you will have seen some recent revelations coming out in multiple different areas: medical, educational, governmental. It is the end of the world as we know it. It is the end of the world as we know it. Boom. I have made some massive, massive predictions recently, and they are all coming to fruition very quickly. We are unable to see things clearly right now as we have so much going on to distract us. We have manipulations in technology and AI. So we don't actually know what's real and what's not. There's so many videos out there of people like Barbara O'Neill who, you know, people are really, really resonating with the information that she shares. People are using AI to manipulate so it looks like she's talking, but actually it's different words. We don't know what is real and what's not. It is a fascinating time to be alive. And I truly do believe that AI can work with us, but I also think that there is a push for AI to take over. And this is the segregation of the two worlds. There will be one more nature, more community-based, and there will be one that's more technology and AI-driven. It's down to you which one you want to be in. We do have much better things to come. I promise you. So if you're feeling heavy right now, know that there is so much gold taking place amongst it. Like, I'm so grateful I'm on the winning team. I don't know about you guys, but I am so grateful. I feel so privileged to have been, a part of the winning team. Like, we've won, we've done it. We're just living through the nonsense right now, and we're going to be doing that for the next few years. So during the solstice and into this beautiful moon, it is time to shine your light, ladies and gents. It is time to inject our creative juices into the world in whichever way feels right. It's time to create magical projects and inspire the next generation with our abilities. Makes me feel warm and fuzzy because things are really coming to fruition right now. Are you ready for a new direction? If you are really ready to release the old and step into the new, set some new intentions through the solstice. I'm actually going to give you an exercise at the end of this. I think I said this at the beginning of the video, where we're going to actually set some intentions, because the solstice is literally next door to the full moon. It's a very, very powerful window. The full moon is an unlocking and an unfolding of what is about to come in the next few months, the next season, as I like to call it. Expect an unveil as the light shines on, but also an up-leveling. So we are expecting to see certain things come out, but we're like, whoa, now we've got to rise up to do it. It's time to be fearless in the pursuit of what sets your soul on fire. Who and what makes you happy? Go for it. Be brave, be courageous, and most importantly, be honest. So a number of areas that I've channeled for this full moon. First one, watch the water. Once again, I'm being shown, watch the water. Watch it clearly. Watch it rise. Watch it big time. Now, I don't know if I've said it on this video or if I said it on the Instagram live this morning, but, the Schumann resonance has been really calm whilst I've been off doing some work for the last few days. Why? Because it's kind of like the last pieces of the puzzle, if that makes sense. I went into the ocean yesterday, literally the moment I went into the ocean, and I was saying to somebody how I'm retiring from like wandering and doing all of the energy work, and I got covered by a massive wave. Like, literally there were no waves. Then all of a sudden I got covered by a massive wave, and I was like, Gaia, stop it. And then I got the memo again, just keep your eye on the water. Now, it's interesting because the Schumann resonance peaked at exactly the moment where I was covered with the wave. How do I know that? Because I was like, I need to check the time. I need to know what the time is here, so that we know that happened at the time, because I knew what was going on. So what's happening as well is we're going to have much more increased clarity. We are going to be able to see through the nonsense. This sleepy dust that's been covering our eyes, this smoke that's been covering our eyes, or this haze, we're going to almost like just do that, and we're going to be able to see it very, very clearly. Now, a top tip for this period of time for me personally, like recommended from myself personally, is breathe. Deep, deep, deep breathing and stop before you speak. It has saved me a couple of times in the last week or two by just stopping or just not responding at all. People are trying to poke you right now. People are trying to get reactions, and it's speaking about where they are at. You do not need to give them what they want. In all honesty, your life will become more peaceful if you do not give them what they want. If they're looking to get a reaction out of you, no, it's down to you. It's your reaction that basically creates their justification for your behavior. So please just stop. You can listen, you can be polite, you can be helpful, but you do not need to get involved. You just don't need to get involved in it. There is a much more assertive energy that is working with us right now. We are focused. You will not be standing for things that you've been standing for of recent. There is this new level of willpower that has hit us. There is a willpower that we basically, nah, you know what? You could have tempted me with that before, but you know what now? You can't tempt me. We are focused. Now, this full moon and this solstice is going to bring a whole level of healing to the surface. So please recognize your insecurities and give them love. Why am I feeling like this? Why has this triggered me? What is it that is bringing this insecurity to the surface? And actually, what's really powerful is, I think I mentioned at the beginning, but I've had this health thing going on with myself for the last few weeks now. And I got the memo that I had basically been allowing my life force to be drained out of me physically, emotionally, and spiritually. Now, spiritually, it's obvious. I've been doing a whole heap of energy work. I've done 70 flights this year. I've on a physical level, again, I've been, running around doing all of these things. On an emotional level, I'd let somebody drain a bit of my energy and, allowed myself to get emotional about a situation. And I then recognized, I was like, okay, so what is the reason that you've done this? Like, what is it? And it's an insecurity that I identified whereby I moved around a lot as a child. Like literally, my dad was such a, he wanted to drive his life forwards and be very successful. So we'd move house because he'd make more money. So he got a bigger house and we got a bigger house and we got a bigger house. And don't get me wrong, my dad is an amazing, amazing businessman. But back then as children, we were moved around a lot. And I realized that it's an insecurity that I've actually embodied, and now I live it day in, day out. And this is why I say very, very clearly now that come September, once this wander is done in July and August, when I get back from that, I'm done. Retired my wandering boots, because I've realized that actually what I'm doing is I'm perpetuating and I'm giving energy to it. I'm still going to go on holiday because I love that, but I'm going to go on holiday. I've already got 2 holiday plans booked, like I've recognized it. Now, it has served me to do my work for humanity. It has served me in such a huge way. So I have given it so much love, but now I'm like, you know what? I don't need this anymore. I'm happy. I'm so content. I'm, able, willing, and ready to settle. And just like that, the relief that you can give yourself by identifying it's an insecurity. Now, some people would say, that's not an insecurity, and maybe it's not in your world, but I want to use this harsh language so we get it, because there are so many people that go, I'm over that. I'm over it. Like, look at what I do for a living. But it doesn't mean that somewhere in there's a little girl that's still running around and thinking that she's got to move from pillar to post and make new friends and yada, 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 rather than be secure and safe around people that really, truly love her. And I'm very lucky. I have so many people around me that really, truly love me. So that's what I'm leaning into. Such a beautiful period of time right now. Now, the financial world is under the spotlight. It has been, it's going to continue to be. So please be aware of that. You do not need to panic where to hide your money or whether to get money out of the bank or anything like that. Trust that everything's happening as we need to. There doesn't need to be this fear or this panic. Just know that things are changing, and they are changing for the greatest good of humanity. Change is being steered in the direction of new levels of success. Now, there will be success on a 3D level, which basically means you are selling your ego, you are selling your soul for that. And that's a level of success. In the higher vibrations, you are going to be gaining new levels of success by literally creating a new world, by creating new systems, new schools, new techniques, things like that. So just be very aware there is a very big push for success to be identified in this period of time. Now, I speak about this all the time, and I feel very privileged that the amount of people around the world that tell me that I'm authentic And honestly, it is the biggest compliment that people give me, because there are people in this world that try to say different. And, I am real and I am raw and I do share way too much. But I have to be authentic so that you guys get the remembrance. And I know that this is my journey. It's literally written in my soul contract, guys. It's literally written verbatim in my soul contract that I'm here to experience things and then share them. Like, it's my job this lifetime, if you like. I am here to be a multidimensional mirror. So that means if you see evil in me, it's because you are evil or you have evil within you. Like, literally, that's the role that I've quite oddly chosen this lifetime. But you know what? I kind of accept it most days. So right now we are being urged to do the right thing. We are urged to make the right choices. Now, I'm not talking the right choices by the law or by the government. I'm talking about the right choices. Surrender what should be done and people pleasing for real, raw authenticity. Every change and every choice you make right now shifts your timeline. If you are hanging around people who are of a lower vibration, that want to party and that want to, just disrupt, and no, you've picked that timeline. You are not bigger than any of it. You are absolutely being driven and being manipulated to the level in which you are at. Don't be delusional with this. Oh, I'm too strong for that to manipulate me. Trust me, even those words are ego. Nothing could get through me. Ego. You guys are the easiest ones to manipulate. Every illusion and every deception must rise. I see major attacks taking place on people who, like what I'm going to call the truth speakers. I see major attacks on them. Joy, laughter, happiness through the simple life is going to come to the surface much more. There is new love. Connections are going to deepen. Reciprocal love connections. Oh, God, it makes me smile so much. You know that love that you give out to people that you're like, God, I just wish that I could have the same back. Oh, baby girl, baby boy, it's coming for you. Let me be straight with you. Oh, it feels like just a really warm, cozy blanket being put around my shoulders when I say that. Like, everything you've ever reciprocated or everything you've ever given out is going to be reciprocated back to you. So beautiful. If you are such a beautiful being of love, that is going to come back to you tenfold. Now, with that energy rising, of course, the polarity of that is going to increase as well. So we are going to see an increase in gaslighting being extremely obvious. I had a situation just last week where somebody was messaging me and I responded with a 2-word text because they were gaslighting me. And I typed out a message to kind of say, hey, you're gaslighting me, stop it. And then I thought, just going to say, okay. And then their name. And this is when it came in. Oh, it was very, very, very clear. People are gaslighting you right now. People are doing insane things to try and trigger you. They're trying to make themselves feel better by putting you down. Just remember, when the love goes up, we're living in a dual world. We're living in a polar world. So you can observe it. Doesn't mean you have to get involved in it. You can choose to be in the love, in the happiness, have that new love connection. Trust me, have that new love connection. Allow that reciprocal energy to come to you because you deserve it. Levels of personal healing beliefs are going to be shattered. Every illusion must be shattered. Okay, what do I mean by this? I just got what you mean by that. So what I mean by that is you may feel that you can only heal what's going on with you by medication. You may feel that there's only one route for your journey of whatever dis-ease or distress that you are in right now. Now we are really bringing the wisdom from the past through, and it is time to learn from it. It's time for us to step out of the loops and learn to love ourselves more deeply than we ever have been before. We're not allowed to settle anymore. God is saying to you, Source is saying to you, Lucy Davis, are you really believing in your heart that you deserve that beautiful relationship? Are you really deserving and feeling in your heart that you deserve the abundance? Are you really deserving and feeling of the baby or whatever it is that you're looking for in your life, the new home, whatever it is, okay? We are not allowed to settle anymore, because if we are going to settle, we are going to have these disruptive results, which are not going to, they're not going to serve us. And then we go back into the loop. And I don't know about you, but I've stopped the spin cycle now. That loop is no longer going to take place. I'm going in real. I'm going in raw. I'm going in without my armor on. And I'm going to be so honest, because I deserve the love that I give out. Now, almost linked to gaslighting, awareness of control. Okay. I feel everybody that listens to me will get the memo, but for anybody new to the channel, maybe it's a bit different. The levels of control that have been forced on us for our whole lifetime, but we've really become aware of them in the last few years, particularly, that's going to come to the surface even further. The control of the weather, the control of the food chain, the control of the water system, the control of medical tyranny, the control of governments, of politics, of education, you name it, everything. The control that has been implemented on us in our heads by what the illusion is that's been taking place, it's all going to come to the surface a lot more. And we are going to become laser focused with our creativity and our projects to make sure that this is nipped in the bud and it is stopped once and for all. Notice what is leaving your life and give it a kiss as it leaves. People, places, things. Anything not in alignment. I love you. Thank you. But this is where it ends. Meditation, breath work, as I mentioned earlier, self-love. All of these things invite peace and calm. This will lead to the clarity that I spoke about earlier, and this will boost your vibration further. Let's gift the world our kindness and our smiles over the next coming days, weeks, months. This is how we increase the vibration further. Be a good person, whatever that looks like to you. I'm not saying give money or, anything like that. I'm just saying smile at people. How are you? Hey, good to see you. You look beautiful, but be authentic with it. We are heading in a new direction, and this is a new direction of a new level of freedom and a new level of consciousness that we have never experienced, not in a physical human vessel. We are ascending, taking our bodies with us this time, ladies and gents. It's a wild, wild journey that we are living. And we deserve it. We've done enough of the fighting, enough of the war, enough of the battles, enough of the drama, enough of the busyness. Allow your nervous system to catch up and rest and relax. Be lazy. Chill. Love on people. Ladies and gents, we're in a very powerful period of time, and it's only going to get more so. I'm going to be filming the July energy update, hopefully all being well in the next few days. So I will get that out as soon as possible. As you guys know, I am traveling at the end of this month, and I'm going to be on the road for up to a couple of months. I believe I'm going to be back around September time, but who knows with me, who knows? This will be the last time that I wander. It will be the last time that I go off and do energy work of this scale, because taking my power back and I'm handing the baton over to somebody else. I don't know who that somebody else is, by the way, and I probably never will, but I'm handing the baton over. Anyway, to neutralize and bring the energies into alignment for this solstice and full moon, as always, I'd give you a little exercise to do. So I would 1,000,000% smudge your auric field. This is the energy field that is around you that lots of things get stuck to. Anybody you walk past, their trauma gets involved in your auric field. So I'm smudging my auric field every single day right now. So that's step number one. Step number two, I would be smudging my space. I would have all the windows and doors open, and I would literally let the air flow through. And I would say, be gone to anything that has held me back, to any illusions I may have knowingly or unknowingly stepped into. Be gone. I release you for the goodness of myself and the greatness of humanity. Then I would set up a little space wherever you are. I'm going to be doing this outside because it is so beautiful. I'm going to take some of my favorite crystals. I'm going to have a candle or some incense or maybe a little fire burning. And I am going to sit and meditate for about 12 to 15 minutes. Don't know why I said 12 to 15. Just the numbers that came out of my mouth. So anytime, set yourself an alarm, meditate. And in this, meditate on what you see for the future. Meditate on what you see for your life, but also for the life of humanity. And then when you come out after 12 to 15 minutes, you can have music, you can do whatever it is that you want to do. You can have headphones, like whatever it is that works for you. Write down your intentions. How are we going to create that world? How are we going to support it? Because like I said, this full moon is really giving us an injection of energy. So let's allow this injection of energy to run with us and create the magic. So we can all come together as a collective, as a community, and really create everything that we deserve. Ladies and gents, I am going to love you and leave you with this full moon update. I will be back super, super soon. I love you to the moon and stars. And yeah, like I say, I look forward to seeing you all super, super soon. Don't forget to check out the description field of this video. Remember to hit the thumbs up button if you liked it. And remember, if you're new to the channel, head over to subscribe. Lots of love, guys. Take care for now.